5B. Right, I am going to carry on reading from The Other Side of Truth. This is chapter 30. Apologies I didn't get this done the other day. I ran out of storage on my phone and anyway, far too much stuff was going on. But anyway, let's keep going. This is chapter 30. It's called Wanted. 6th of December 1995. My dear children, I feel very bad about the way we said goodbye. The others have gone in for the evening meal, but I came back to my room to write. Of course, I have no big desk here like at home, but as I sit on my desk with the pad resting against my knees, I can see you both so clearly. Sade, I can feel your strong grip. I'm reminded of Rabbit holding onto Buffalo's back for dear life so she wouldn't drown as they crossed the river. I hated having to force your fingers to make you let go. More than anything, I want you both near me. Femi, do you remember how you used to glare at me when you wanted us to play football but I hadn't finished my work? Mama would tell you to wait, and I used to joke about giving me bad eye. I wish we could have played together more. But be sure we shall play again. I want you to know I shall do everything possible to be free before too long. Tomorrow Mrs. Appiah will speak to Mr. Nathen, and I hope he will come to see me soon. Then he can begin to explain the truth about us to the authorities. I think they will understand why you used a different name and why I tried to get through with the false passport. I hope they will then let me out so we can be together while they examine our request to stay here until it is safe for us to return home. Your loving Papa. Wednesday, 6th of December, 11:30 p.m. Dear Papa, when you see the time above, you will say, why is she not in bed sleeping? I did try, but I just lay awake. We only got back here at 9 o'clock. Auntie and Uncle were worried we would be late, but Mama Appiah said we should eat something before our journey back to London. She said hunger is a bad companion, and she took us into Oxford to get fish and chips. She's very like Mama Buki. The fish and chips were good. I wish we could have shared them with you. Femi didn't say a word, but I saw how he liked the food. Papa, I'm so ashamed of how I behaved. I know it wasn't your fault we had to go. I'm sorry. I always make things worse, like not giving our proper name. My eyelids are drooping now. There is still some space below for Femi to add something in the morning. Please write to us. Your loving daughter, Sade. 8th of December, 1995. My dear Femi and Sade, I was so happy to hear your voices on the telephone last night. Even the few words you said to me, my dear son Femi, they mean a lot to me. I long to hear about how you are both getting on in your new schools. Perhaps, Femi, you will write like your sister? I was very happy to receive your letter, Sade. You must not feel ashamed. It's only natural you wanted us to stay together. Do not blame yourself for pretending your name was Adewale. It was, after all, Mama's family name. Lying is not in your nature. Mama and I have always brought you up to respect the truth, but you have been thrown into a situation that forced you to act secretly. Remember, it was your Uncle Tunde and I who sent you out of the country. No child should have to go through what you two have. But the dishonesty and rottenness of those in power in our country have now gone very deep. You know how much I hate cheating and doing things underhand, yet I myself used another man's passport. Mr. Nathen came today. He's cautious, just like your Uncle Tunde, but he's also hopeful the British Home Office will give me temporary admission when they realise we are one family. He's going to ask them to treat the matter urgently. After that, he will help me to apply for political asylum so we can stay here longer. I've made friends in here with a teacher from Somalia, and I'm learning a lot from him. He says asylum applications are hard, and we shall have to be patient. Zoka, who comes from Bosnia, told us their saying, patience can break through iron doors. Your mama would have liked that. She would be pleased that I'm also learning to be patient. It will be so much easier when we are together and we can help each other. As soon as I am free, I shall also begin the search for Uncle Dele. His disappearance troubles me greatly. In the meantime, please take good care of yourselves and each other. I hope to speak to you over the weekend. Give my very good wishes to your kind new auntie and uncle, Mr. and Mrs. King, and also to Miss Appiah. Write soon. Your very loving Papa. P.S. I am drafting a letter to the Union of Journalists about the current situation for writers in Nigeria. They all know about Ken Saro-Wiwa, but there are many others. I hope they will also support my application for asylum. Avon School Library, Monday 11th of December. Dear Papa, it's dinner time and you can see I've come to the library. It's quiet in here and I like it. Your letter is in my coat pocket. I think there are good secrets and bad secrets. Your letter is a good one inside my pocket. Even Femi changed his mood a little when he read it this morning. Aunt Gracie says that when they let you go, you can sleep in the sitting room here until you can sort things out. Uncle Roy follows the news about Nigeria and says it would be an honour to have you in their home. You would have liked our English lesson this morning, Papa. We watched a TV programme called Making News. It's about what is happening around the world. Did you know there is going to be a sports boycott of Nigeria by some European countries? They are protesting against the hanging of Mr. Saro-Wiwa and the other Ogoni leaders. The chief presenter is the same man on the 7 o'clock news every night, but the other presenter is a child and she has to do real interviews. She looked about my age. I would love to do that, but I'd be too nervous. The work here at school is not a problem. In fact, some of it is easier than at home, especially English. That surprised me. Most of the teachers are not so strict, and some of the students are quite cheeky. I don't think they learn very much about Africa here. Some think that Africa is just one country, and one boy asked me if I speak African. In lower primary, Mr. Obiki made us learn the names of all the different countries and languages in Europe. Do you remember how scared I was of Mr. Obiki? When his right eyebrow shot up like a question mark, that meant big trouble. I'm glad he wasn't teaching me maths this morning. His detective eyes would have seen my mind escaping from the classroom. I'm happy you have some friends in prison, like the teacher from Somalia. I'm praying Mr. Nathen will be successful with you. There is something I need to talk to you about very badly. Right, that's the bell. Odabu until later. 7 o'clock. Papa, I cannot believe they've said no. Mr. Nathen rang Mama Appiah and she came to tell us. Why won't they believe us, Papa? Why? Aunt Gracie said we should ring you, but there's no point. I'll just be crying. It's better to be like Femi, like a little stone. Papa, I can't hide this from you any longer. I can't sleep until I tell you. Before Mama Appiah left, she went into the kitchen with Aunt Gracie. I could tell they were going to talk about you. I know it was wrong to listen to a conversation not meant for me. I'm becoming underhand, a sneaking kind of person. You and Mama never wanted me to be like that, but I can't help it anymore. Mama Appiah said Mr. Nathen is worried for a bigger reason why they won't let you out of prison. Is it true, Papa? Is it true the Nigerian police want you for Mama's murder? How can they have asked the British police to send you home? How can they tell such a great big lie? If only Femi and I had known the truth about everything at the beginning, then people would know this is a terrible, disgusting lie. Sade.